Evening all. I'm high. Hi, I'm high. And first, I didn't think there would be can every once. Well, it's only been one other time. I'm on these the ever faithful uh, off hours Serenity Paradise. Shout out to you, off hours, and to Housing Works. I got these because I'm a member. Well, I didn't get because I am a member. I got my latest purchase with my 20% birthday discount. Hell yeah, I got in on that. Uh, but um, yeah, I think I took those are the ones I took. Yeah, I took them thinking I don't know if they're gonna work or not because they look a little off. Because I have another tin over there that I've taken four, not all together, but each time I've taken two, um, it'll become this bubbly, hilarious yet deep thinker, humorist, bon vivant. Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway, I just posted my episode 17/20. If you know, you know. If you know anything about me, that's all you need to know. Moving on. I have to say that the mood changed for me yesterday. At the end of that 17/20 episode, I was feeling pretty good. And actually, I'm feeling, well, I'm high right now, so I'm feeling fine right now. And I'm feeling better. But yesterday was a rough day for me. um, First of all, if I just say SantaCon, so I worked, and then just knowing the SantaCon must be banned. And I think somebody told me they've been trying to ban this thing for years. It may have been my roommate. And, and they're like, but it's for charity. And I'm like, well, let's get to the root problem so we don't have to have this madness every year. Let's get to the root, the cause, let's not just put a band aid. This is my beef. And I'm sure, and I think many other people's beef. I hate to say that, vegan beef. They're gripe with, I don't know, that might be an animal too. Or maybe that's the name of like a slice of jellyfish or something. Anyway, what? Um, I took issue, and now I can't remember. Got into that. Oh, the issue of just all these like charity galas. It doesn't fix anything. It's just putting a band-aid on it, and then all these celebrities get to show off their gorgeous gowns and the magic of having a PR and makeup and hair and makeup and fashion squad at your disposal. See, I was very, very snippy yesterday. And then it got more so because I was like, should I walk home? Which was going to be worse? I did not know. I thought the trains might be really bad. But I mean, this thing starts at 10 a.m. These kids, and yes, it's our future out there puking and pissing on buildings, in buildings, uh, probably an uptick of unexpected pregnancies, if not worse. Rape, slipping Mickeys. Is that still, do people understand what that is? Um, they call them date rape drugs now, but uh, I don't know if they still say slipping Mickeys, but that's what that was. Back in the old, back in the old days. See, this is just going to be one of those videos today. Um, anyway, I just wanted to because I took two of I also got the the Green Lady's painkiller gummies. The change in the weather plus my meds. I'm still not taking the Orentia yet because I'm scared because they're in the refrigerator and I don't want to put cold shit in me. I don't want to like jab. You know what I'm saying? I'm scared to do inject myself with like ice cold. Ugh, it freaks me out. I've never had a refrigerated one before. That's it's causing me anxiety. But that I will do it. I will do it. I will do it. But it's been really cold too. And anyway, so last night I get home from work and I have to say shout out to Jay because she was right. She said, Lisa, take the train. The streets are going to be worse. And she was absolutely right. Oh gosh, I gotta take these out. I hope you can still hear me. That would be really suck if you didn't hear some of this because I still have these in. Well, I'll finish it and then if it doesn't work, I'll just do a second chance. I'll do a second chance. I'll do a second one. It's not gonna take that long. But I got home and I must have done my nightly ablutions and and having taken those two gummies, um, which did I had a headache too. The air is so dry that I'm getting bloody noses like every day. Not like really the drippy ones. It's just I get like this is gonna sound really, but like the blood clot and the yeah. And so I've got my diffuser going, and I'm doing this thinking that this is gonna somehow help. But I coat my nose like with coconut oil, and I have a moisture spray too, but it's really dry. Plus with the RA, recommend or whatever, it's just that probably doesn't make it any better. But I think it's just a really dry air too, and I'm just not. My nose is like I had that the secondary Sjogren syndrome, which makes a lot of your um, the orifices that expel like mucus or whatever, including your nose, can become very, very, very dry. Okay, where was I? So anyway, nightly ablutions done, gummies in. I'm sure I had a beverage of some sort. I have my lemon bomb tea, which I must say I've been taking that, drinking that with my lunch at work, and I've noticed um, an improvement. Not yesterday, but it just seemed a lot yesterday. Anyway, it felt like a lot. It felt hemmed in. So the W's have kicked in, and I take to my journal, and I just wanted to read what I wrote and I cut out parts because you don't need to know that part. But I wrote "Home Sweet Home." That's always what I write when I get home and I write in my if I write in my journal at night. I usually do it. Sometimes I'm too tired and my hands are too cold and I can't be bothered to do it. Oh, SantaCon. They need to ixnay this tradition. Crowds of drunken underage college students in thin, cheap Santa costumes, kissing, puking, and probably fucking. Wonder how many unwanted pregnancies tonight. Rape, slipping nookies, drunken brawls, property damage. For charity? Question mark, question mark. Let's solve the root cause of said needed charity instead of this mayhem. And then I wrote, thank you, Jay, because she told me she rightly suggested I take the train home last night, and I still had that much anger in me.
Yeah, I wrote best to take train home. Absolutely. Neighborhood is under siege. And then I wrote GT, which is my shorthand for good thing. Flurries. And I drew a heart. Lounge air, drew a heart. Seaweed, exclamation point. Sale, rice crackers. At my grocery store, the cashier and I ranted over SantaCon. Put that in parentheses. For my hummus tonight, beautiful, calming classical music playing in my ears. Lily Bell, heart. Wash dishes to make green smoothie. Happy face. Forthcoming hot cocoa. That didn't get anything. I did get receiver refills. Hurrah! I had to have them all along. I just forgot I'd gotten them. But it's fine. Oil cleansed face. Faced. Oil cleansed my face. Made Trader Joe's list for tomorrow morning. 2 painkiller gummies. I developed a headache tonight. At work. Well, but then like I said, we discussed stuff earlier. Anyway, I'm not 18. An explanation point. And that got 3 hearts. That made me very, those are good things that I am not 18. And then I curbed my phone addiction. And I will stop at that. I wrote some more, but I shall not share that. Okay. And then getting off on the classical focus playlist on YouTube Music. Perfect for this high, this night after this day. The remaining days of caring so much about everything that is unjust, especially toward women, animals, or children. And yes, I put animals before children. Not on purpose. Even the slightly louder, faster contemporary pieces. Eating too. I'm still in drag queen words, terminology. And then I put the name of it, Encore by Adrienne Berenguer. Berenguer. Sorry if I got your name. I pronounced your name wrong. But then I wrote, even if it's filler. Yes, that's what they said. Anyway, if you read more about like Spotify, a lot of it is just filler music, and I hate to say that because I really dug this song, but it sounds like a lot of these playlists sound. Anyway, we can talk about that later. But anyway, I want to prep a smoothie. Yes, that's who I am, and make homemade hot chocolate. I'm basically Meghan Markle. Sorry, Sussex. You'd have to pry Sussex out of her cold dead hands. But I find it kind of sad. Yes, they love each other, it seems. And there's nothing wrong in being a stay-at-home daddy, I would. That's great, but it's also being that he wasn't going to live the life he's leading now. And that Meghan married into the British royal family, who have enslaved, subjugated, stolen culture, language, from indigenous communities the world over. It was classic us versus them, age of separation. That's my little ad for Charles Eisenstein. And all based on a lie some feudal lords concocted that they were godlike, God chosen in the 10 hundreds with William the Conqueror, and then I put exclamation point. Was that him? Was he real? Oh, yes, he is. Anyway, I admire her delusion that she was going to modernize the family / monarchy, when what she really did, through no fault of her own, was be more popular than Kaufman and what's his name? What was his name? Harry? William. See? I remember Harry and I remember Meghan, but I could not remember the Prince of Wales's first name. Anyway, continue. This is very important. So this is highlighting for sitting down. She was different, and she knew her way around PR too. She was basically, well, she was born and raised in Hollywood, so, and worked for Hollywood, in Hollywood. So, and she had her pre-H, Instagram thing going, and that's what she's good at. That's why she went back to doing that. She has to make the money. That's the impression I get. And I'm going off script, but anyway. And come on, I think we all know that Kaufman, I'm sure she's a lovely person, racist, but lovely, did not probably struggle as much through life and work a lot or hard for their family business. I just have to. I could be wrong. Anyway, I remember Katya said, shout out Katya and Trixie. Oh, and it's coming. Hold on a second. She, Megan, I'm kind of quoting this. I'll quote this. Even though this could be kind of like a stuff. Anyway, she, Megan, is like ruthlessly editing and self-directing her life to pick someone she's not. But now I added, Catherine's, of course, is doing the exact same thing with her. Do they still call them courtiers? Or now it's staff. She's choosing more mature, but she always wore a lot of like matronly stuff, like those pilgrim collars. She's been wearing those for a while, and I know that's like a nod to Diana. Diana used to wear a lot of that, very neat, like early in her, before she got all glamorous. But she used to wear those. Well, it was the style back then, but is it the style now still? I don't know. I don't like it. It's just she has a very. I hate to. It's just I just think it ages her, and I'm sure. Well, that's the whole point. Actually, they want her because I'm sure King Charles is going to kick the bucket sooner rather than later. I don't think he's going to live another. What is he? 80 now? Whatever. He's not going to. He's had cancer. He may still have cancer. We don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I don't wish him any harm, but you know what I mean. Those huge lapels like Diana's, and that, of course, is orchestrated. Just like Princess Diana, because how the papers pick up on that. You know how they do the compare and contrast, and a dress that just marginally has any hint of cohesion with the dress that Diana wore. Sometimes they really stretch it, but anyway, the orchestration of this bloody, silly, and made-up monarchy is diabolical. Again, Katya gets called out because I noticed she likes to be diabolical too. And then I wrote something with question marks because I was high and I don't remember. I can't. I don't know what I said. I don't know what I wrote. But then listen to this. So I moved on from that playlist, that YouTube playlist, and I started listening to my Beethoven Sonatas playlist. And I started from the beginning. And It's such a mess on this. But anyway, I just sat back and listened to it. I didn't do any screen time last night. I just listened to music. And ranted into my journal about bloody SantaCon. But anyway, as I'm lying there listening to Beethoven's sonatas, I can't remember which one. Oh, I remember it. I was listening to Beethoven Sonata Number 2 in A major. I think I even started writing like Opus 2, Number 2, semicolon 1 dot allegro. That particular section, I had a fantasy, and I fantasized about Trixie and her new boyfriend and having a threesome with them because I do the impossible and I get Trixie hard. When we start kissing and I massage, I can't believe I'm saying if this is true. I massage, question mark, rub, question mark. It's been so long I can't remember the terminology. His member hard. I don't know if it's say that on him, so I'm just gonna say his member, his vegan sausage. And so I wrote to Beethoven Sonata Number 2 in A major, etc. Getting horny. And then I wrote, I did get horny listening to Beethoven's Piano Sonata. We share DNA, 0.06%. That's a lot less incestuous than this modern royal family, or any royal family. I didn't write that down, but I confess that I fantasized about that. And I told you, I have a crush on Trixie and Brian. And I feel like I'm woman enough. I know that's because I'm saying that because I'm high and I'm maybe illusions of grandeur, that I become this wise. And it's not that I maybe have not become this wise person, but that I can somehow miraculously make a game want to have sex with me. Someone that's absolutely no interest in me. Yeah, it's a land of delusion. Was that Genesis? Or a land of illusion? Something like that. Anyway, I didn't write about that. Yes, I think that was it. Oh, that was the great thing. Was it called Land of Illusion? Where they used all those puppets. Remember those political puppets they used to use back in the old days? The 90s, that must have come out in early 2000s. Like the very British caricature cartoons of like political figures and movie stars and all that, and they poke fun at them through those puppets. You're welcome for that knowledge. Anyway, um, anyway, as a what do they call that towards the end? As we head towards the end, there's a staff karaoke / cookie swap coming up, so I'm listening to my soundtrack to pick songs so far. I thought Late in the Evening by Paul Simon. It's very New York centric. It's got a great beat. It's in my vocal range. And I know the song by heart. I also was thinking Your Love Has Lifted Me Higher by, I believe that's Rita Coolidge. She's also in my range. Alto, I'm assuming. Within the alto type. Anyway. And then I also thought We Are Family because I was doing my little jog mile through the apartment listening to my soundtrack. And Sister Sledge came on with We Are Family, which is an awesome song, obviously, in the online playlist, soundtrack playlist. It is. But it also made me think that I wish that we all remembered that we're all family. We're all connected, we're interconnected. You know, so when we hurt others, and that includes the earth, or other humans, or other non-human animals, or when we cut down rain, I got off on a leafy point there, but yeah, it made me think of that too. How this $1 trillion or $1 at this point, I don't even know, propaganda machine, you know, it really wants us to be distinct, separate beings, and it's me versus you, and it's a world of scarcity, and it's a world of fear, and it's a world of this will make you safe, and it's scarcity. They've created scarcity because we actually do live in abundance. It's all just going to the wrong places um, for various reasons, and money being probably the biggest reason, um, and power, which are all just what they are. They're results of a system. They're they were born of this system that we're in, this patriarchal, religious, capitalist system. We're growing these mostly male politicians and legislators and dictators and any other uh, job that a man has. I'm going to do, and so it just, so I was thinking, and it's a deep song in itself. It's like we're a tight unit, and we've got each other's back, and I find that very lovely because I never experienced that before. And so that warmth, that knowing that they always have each other. Now, I have not Wikipedia them to see if their relationship uh, is or ever was as um, wonderful as I hoped it was, but they sure sold it as such in that song, and so so it's deep on both levels, on a personal level and then on an international, global level, I think. Let's see, what was I going to pick for my film of the week? I was talking about this last week, so I thought The Right Stuff, because it's well, first of all, it's a fantastic film and amazing performances, and I think, gosh, when did it come out? Did I write it down? Again, I didn't write it down. I think it was like '79 it came out, and I mean, I live near the Air and Space Museum, so we used to go there all the time. School field trips and everything, or I guess but probably every year we went to school field trip would go there, and I loved. And I guess I was just in awe of it. I mean, I have no math aptitude whatsoever, and I don't give a shit anymore about that. I just don't think that side of my brain. My other side of the brain is always thinking about a lot of stuff, and none of it has to do anything with numbers, which I think numbers have hurt us in a big way too. that's another that's another episode. Let's see where are we? Oh, we're doing pretty good. So those are some of mine. So I'm in the midst. I'll let you know what I end up singing. I just wrote, I'm embracing being 56. I'm choosing like 70s, basically 70s music. We'll see. I'll have got a little bit more time to listen to my soundtrack and pick. First of all, they should be somewhat appropriate. Um, I guess there have been incidents in the past where it has not been the case, and they had to shut it down. But so I don't want to go into that. But that would make a great episode um, of my pilot series on my workplace. Anyway, so I thought the album of the week, because I thought, play these songs, these albums, have your kids sit down with your teenage kids, even younger, but don't give the gummies to the younger ones. Only if they're 18 or whatever. I guess you have to be 21 or over or whatever, but yeah, you're doing ketamine and meth and whatever. Be happy if you're just doing gummies. Anyway, I was like, play these for your grandkids or your kids. I mean, people are having kids in their 70s. I don't agree with this at all. I really don't. I think I think having children is obviously a selfish thing to do, and then to, yeah, I can't remember what it's on. But then to have, oh yeah, then to have them at such an age that they're gonna experience your death. They're gonna lose you when they're relatively young. I'm not gonna have you for a long time. You're not gonna stick around. And I just think that that's not a good parenting technique for me. I don't find that. Um, that's like a special level of selfishness to me. Anyway, so play these fucking albums, you know? And I mean, there's so many more. But I was listening to my soundtrack, and Won't Get Fooled Again when it came on, and I was like, yeah, these kids need to hear that their grandparents or parents who started late on a family or whatever, or parent or partners or whatever you go by, whatever titles you go by, whatever. I'm gonna stop now. But yeah, I have them listen to some. I wrote play these. First, I said for around your grandkids, but I said, oh, play these for and with them, and instill some good taste and coolness in them. You know, if they're of age, have some gummies, and listen to Who's Next together. Just chill out. Or if you'd rather smoke a doobie together or whatever. And then they can say, yeah, man. my mom, my mom is cool. No, I mean, um, there's a reason my soundtrack of my life stops at like 2000s, early 2000s, because I just, as I got older, well, I probably know some, especially as I've started like getting into like drag shows more. Or I haven't seen a drag show, but you know, watching Trixie and Katya and hearing all the music and the DJs and stuff. And I know they're really into. I don't know who they sound. I don't know what they sound like, but I know they're into like Lady Gaga. I was about to say Lady Gaga, just to be like, oh god, this woman's old. Lady Gaga, but I think she's the only one I can remember. Anyway, yes. And still, not to say that she isn't a talented person, but I'm just saying, um, yeah, sit them down and have them listen to Sam Cooke live at the Harlem Square Club in 1963. Sit there and listen to it together, the entire album. Just chill out together and listen to it, the whole thing. I think that's a wonderful gift to give. Is I hate to be like real music, but I'm like that was a real deal back then to me. I don't know. It seems to have lost. And like I said, I don't listen to it, and it just nothing about it really appeals to me. As I'm sure a lot of the music I listen to doesn't appeal to them, or they would have absolutely no idea about whom I was speaking. It's happened some at work, but that's okay. But most of them are actually, of my younger coworkers, are actually, would know, especially one, like an A. Her mother taught Cobell, raised her on 70s, 80s, and 90s music. And so that's why we really like old songs together. Um, I, because I'm an older soul, and her because she has an old soul. She loves that. She loves old stuff too. But anyway, so you can never tell. But I don't want people to forget what music really sounded like before a certain time. You know, music just, anyway, it seemed like there was a story behind all the songs, and the lyricism was more, I don't know. I'm just, maybe it's just my nostalgia for those days, except I didn't have a lot of great. But I mean, it's still nostalgia. It's like you still crave it, even though most of it wasn't that great. You had the music, which was great, and you had a few good friends, and that was great. And you smoked in Slim Lights, you smoked, and that was a coping skill. I probably drank too much at times, but yeah, what was I calling it? So yeah, so I thought, who's next by the Who? Because I heard Wonderful again, and it's a very relevant song. And that's what I'm saying. Artists, I keep telling this is happening, and we never listen. We never do anything about it. Oh, and then, or even like, because what came on afterwards was Heard It From a Friend, You've Been Messing Around, Take It On the Run, REO Speedwagon, great arena band. They were just meant for arena, I don't know, like Journey is huge, and Who, and so Led Zeppelin. These are they fill arenas. Anyway, you know what I mean. But I thought High Infidelity by REO Speedwagon. That is a classic, and it's got Kevin Cronin is the lead singer's voice, and is the lead singer, and his voice is one of the best rock voices, and the musicianship is excellent, and it's very 80s, and yet it's universal too. I found. Well, I think it might have been. Shit, I'm right down the date that either. That could have been like 79 or 80. They either very early 80s or very late 90s, 70s. 79. That could have been 79 or 80. Or it could have been 82. But I would be more like 80. Anyway, does it really matter? Because it's classic. And yes, if my 80s music that produced this, or played a big role in producing what you see before me now, is now classic. There you go. But yeah, they can say my gran and I share the DVD and listen to Who's Next when they ask what they did this weekend. They're in SantaCon. It sure the hell beats SantaCon, is all I have to say. And I can't believe I shared that fantasy about Trixie and my new boyfriend. But it was the music. It was Beethoven's Sonata Number 2 in E major, finally. You'll find that I have the playlist, and that's what I was listening to when I had that. Now I've been listening to it for a while, and it did a number on me. So, hey, when you take really good care of your body, even as you get older, and it can come out of nowhere, and it did tonight. So I hope you all enjoyed that, and I guess I'll try to do one more before Christmas. Um, Share more Christmassy jollity. I am feeling better now, but yesterday, um, like I said, it took Klonopin, gummies, uh, and music. Uh, Beethoven's, including Beethoven's Sonata Number 2, to regain a more jocular identity or jocular way about me. And if you don't know jocularity, you're just gonna have to Google it. 70s thing, or it might be early 80s, but probably 70s. No, yeah, it's gotta be 70s. You don't know, you don't know. But film of the week, The Right Stuff, classic. High Infidelity by RO Speedwagon, and Who's Next by The Who, and playing with your grandkids or your nieces and nephews or your kids. They need to know this music. And I'll put it down to you. Sam Cooke Live at Holland Square Club, 1963. They'll never forget that. And keep playing it, those albums over to them, and all those other great albums. Please, I beg of you. And on that note, I'm going to say adieu. Ooh, look at that. Adieu at 42. I can't believe that. And I hope you have a wonderful before whatever holiday, or you choose or choose not to. What's the word? Celebrate. But I hope this time you can use this time to just live with the season, which is basically what I'm trying to do, with a nice meal with a friend, and some pretty music and lights, and that, and I'll end there again. And there's a new Trixie and Katya. I like to watch Netflix holiday special, which means they're going to be watching and reading the fuck out of these Hallmark. Even though I know it's not Hallmark, it's Netflix, but Netflix makes some cheesy ass shit. And I am watching that tonight because I'm still not watching. I still haven't watched. I don't know what's going on. Them nor the Shoulder Family. I can't get myself to watch my two favorite channels. I don't know what it is. A little ennui, melancholy still stays with me. Oh my gosh, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Anyway, much love and peace to all. And slow down. Slow down and just be more if you can. I know it's hard, but try. I think it would benefit the world. Even just you doing it for 5 minutes, or me doing it for 5 minutes. But I love doing it a lot longer. With my deep breathing exercises. Anyway, yeah, getting off the random subjects. I hope you have a lovely week, and if you don't see this till Christmas time, or Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, or whatever way you choose to celebrate or not celebrate, I wish peace and love, and talk to you soon.